Hey, what's up, parents? My name is Abe Matos, and I'm the Global Student Pastor here at Church by the Glades, and this is Nolan McLaughlin, our Sawgrass Student Pastor.
And so we wanted to have a video for you guys to answer all the questions that you as parents have for your students regarding United Camp 2017. So we actually have two separate videos, one for high school parents, one for middle school parents. We'll be able to answer all of the questions that you might have to make sure that when you drop your student off with us that Monday morning, you feel comfortable, that they're safe, and you know exactly what's happening. So part of the feature of the video is we'll have different segments where the different questions are being answered. So you might know some stuff but not the other stuff. So we want to make sure that you don't have to waste your time, but you can get your questions answered here today.
We're so excited about United Camp, and we're so excited that you've chosen to send your student. Hope you enjoy this video. So leading up to United Camp 2017, one of your questions might be, where will my student be sleeping? What we've done this year is we're going to host our students on our facilities. Our female students will be staying at our Sawgrass campus facility, and our male students will be staying at another campus. We've done this to separate them, to make sure that you feel confident and safe with sending your students to United Camp, and that you can trust the lodging accommodations that we've arranged for your students. Now, at both of those locations, we will spare no expense to make sure that in the spirit of excellence, those campuses are properly outfitted to host your students throughout the entirety of that week. That means we're bringing in portable showers that are going to provide them with an opportunity to freshen up and to go through their regular hygiene just like they would anywhere else. And again, we're going to spare no expense to make sure that they have an amazing experience at both of those locations.
A lot of you have asked, what will my student be doing while they're at United Camp? Well, there are three main things that make up camp and make it so great. The first thing is our morning and our evening services. If you've ever been to a Church by the Glades service, we go over the top. We have a lot of fun, high energy, creative elements, but the main goal is life change. So at every single morning and evening service, man, we want your student to connect with other people, and most importantly, to connect with God. That's the goal of camp. So we have our morning and evening services. Then we also have our community missions projects. So all across South Florida, our students will be going out on buses that we've provided to partner with different organizations, different churches, different community events, and just to love on the city, to serve the city and to be there. I think there's something so special about your student serving other people. Something happens to them through that process, so that's a great element of United Camp 2017. And then also we've got to have a lot of fun. So we have our rec events. So that's at different locations around. We bus our students there and they just have fun. It's a safe environment, but it's a fun environment, something that your students definitely will look forward to.
So the next obvious question for you and your student as you're getting ready for United Camp 2017 is, what do I need to pack? First off, I want to let you know that a full list of everything you'll need will be provided in the comments section of this YouTube link. But if you want just a quick idea of the things you might need to get ready leading up to United Camp, just look at the bottom of the screen right here, and we've provided some quick things that you can start getting ready.
If your student has any dietary restrictions, don't worry, we've got them covered. If they're gluten-free, vegan, or vegetarian, just make sure to let us know before camp, and we'll make sure to have them covered. We want to make sure that they eat fully and they're healthy all throughout the week of camp. Also, a question that we've been asked very frequently is, what time do I drop my student off on Monday, July 31st? Drop-off time is at 9 a.m. on the 31st, and then we'll go throughout the next 4 days for high school camp, and you'll pick them up Thursday at 9 p.m.
So maybe it's your first time sending your student to camp. The question you might have is, who is going to be leading my student throughout the entirety of that week? We want to let you know that we have a group of amazing adults that have spent days training, preparing for the task of leading your students throughout that week. They're all background checked and vetted, ensuring that they're the right person for this task. They're absolutely 100% trustworthy, and they are prepared to lead your students with excitement and enthusiasm throughout that week while also keeping them safe.
I know a question that many parents have is my students never been to camp, so how will they get introduced to other students and leaders? Well, as soon as your student arrives, our goal is to meet them with energy and fun and connect them with the leader for the week for them and also some students. So last year, I just want to tell you a quick story. We had a student show up, didn't know anybody, never been to our church, never been to the Wave, and by the end of the week, he was hugging about 10 people because he had made so many friends. That's the goal of United Camp 2017. Really, the best way for your student to feel connected before they arrive is to make sure that every single Wednesday night at the Wave at 7 p.m., you have them here with us and they can connect, so that way when they show up on Monday of United Camp, they already know who they're hanging out with, they know their leaders, and they feel like it's going to be a great week ahead.
So you've registered your student for camp and now you're asking what's next. Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to go ahead and fill out our medical release form, which can be found on our website at www.cbglades.com/events. Just go to our middle school or high school camp landing page, whichever it is pertains to you, and you can find the medical release forms there. The second thing is your remaining balance. Remaining balances are all due by July 23rd. That's a Sunday. Also on that day, we'll be hosting a parent open house for United Camp. That gives you an opportunity to turn in your forms, take care of your remaining balance if you haven't done so, and also an opportunity to have some interface with our student leaders that will be leading your students throughout the entirety of camp. If you have any other questions, that would be the place for you to address your questions, comments, or concerns.
A new addition to United Camp this year is that we will have middle school and high school camp the same week. So many parents have asked, will my middle schooler be with high schoolers or will my high schooler be with middle schoolers? They will, only during certain times of camp. They'll be together during our services and during a couple meal times, but after that, really our schedules are very separate. Middle schoolers will be doing their thing, high schoolers will be doing their thing to keep them separated, to keep them safe, and having fun with their age group.
Hey parents, we can't thank you enough for entrusting your student with us over the course of a week for United Camp 2017. We're praying and believing that God is going to move in powerful ways and that your student will leave better than when they first arrived that Monday morning. Thanks so much.